Let's move on now to Julia Gillard's second contribution during the week, and that was a speech in Adelaide on Wednesday night, the Don Dunstan lecture, when she portrayed Labor as the kind of the party in the centre in this debate. They're the sort of sensible, moderate centre. The coalition she sort of dismissed as denialists, and the Greens, of course, have no... well, she regarded them as extremists. And to that, Tony Abbott said this.
The Prime Minister can't get her story straight. If they are extreme, as she now says, why did she form a government with them?
And Barnaby Joyce puts it another way. She's sort of like two people walking down the street holding hands saying this relationship is a farce. They're onto something there, aren't they?
Oh, yes. I mean, what the Greens have probably got away with in the past is they got more popular out of blocking action on climate change last time. They actually won votes for it. And as Gillard said again this morning, she said that the Greens are against jobs. She went stronger this morning on one of the other programs. The point she's trying... Look, it is inconsistent with what's been happening thus far, but she's trying to position herself in the middle. She said Abbott will just protect existing jobs, the Greens just want to create new ones, and we, Labor, will be able to do both. That's the point she's trying to make.
It is interesting. She's making a relative argument too. Yeah. She's not saying judge us on our merits. She's saying judge us relative to this mob over here and this mob over here, and trying to...
Someone needs to steer a middle course through this so it doesn't happen what Piers is saying, that concrete factories and stuff will close down. Gillard's saying we'll keep them open, but we'll also give a nudge towards, solar cell manufacture or whatever else, and she's saying only Labor can do that. That's her.
And she's talking to her own people there too, isn't she? Those who are worried about the influence.
She's
of the
also
Greens.
talking against people who are saying Labor's been hijacked by the Greens' agenda.
But this is essentially, I think, Phil, for people within the Labor Party. And that's how I read that speech in Adelaide, Barry. It was Julia Gillard propping up Julia Gillard within the Labor Party, because as we've seen, yet again this morning, Kevin Rudd is everywhere, and he made a meal out of the media whilst she was in Washington with Karen.
He is at the moment, but there are some very big international issues going on at the moment.
But Kevin is over every crisis, and let's face it, we are a long way from Libya. Curiously enough, we don't have a contiguous border with Libya. We don't have any forces there. We don't have any large number of citizens who are involved there. And yet I think Kevin Rudd has had more to say about Libya than any other foreign minister. We're not even on the Security Council.
Just further, though, on what Labor's doing and trying to differentiate from the Greens, Christine Milne disputed in interpretation put on the decision that they took on the pulp mill. Where we said last week to the government that she'd interpreted the government took the decision to build a bit of distance between themselves and the Greens. Well, she disputes that, and we accept that. She didn't say that. You would think, though, based on Julia Gillard's speech, that it's happening anyway.
Well, she might like to rethink what she said.
Well, not so much on the pulp mill, but this is what Bob Brown now says about the Wednesday speech.
There's product differentiation going on here, so it brings a little smile to one's face to see product differentiation while carrying through with a long-held green political philosophy.
See, that's the bind they keep
In other words,
into.
watch what they do, not what they say.